Geeta Luthra continues to be with us. Geeta Luthra, last quick question before we let you go and bring in some other guests also joining us now. Geeta Luthra, on this particular case, are you also disappointed that more people have not been charge sheeted? As you were saying earlier, a lot depends on the kind of investigation done, and you believe that there has been, of course, a lot lacking in terms of the kind of investigation done in this case, because the family of the victim and others on ground believe that more of the perpetrators should have been booked on in this case, not just one single accused. Geeta Luthra, are you there with us? Okay, I think we've lost her. Okay, Aman Lei is with us as well, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court. Aman Lei, welcome. Thank you for being with us today. Your first reaction to this verdict, what do you make of it, sir?
I feel it's incommensurate with the gravity. The aggravating circumstances here were substantial. And even the circumstances peculiar to this particular gentleman and what may be specific to him and the manner in which the crime was committed does not in any way mitigate the gravity. If there is something satisfying the requirement of special reasons, if it's anything which could appropriately be called as one which satisfied also the rarest of rare case test, it was satisfied. This is not an ordinary crime. As we all know, the manner in which it happened, the tentacles which were beyond the crime scene, the fact that he was also in some way associated with the police, the fact that there was political influence also. It's rape and murder, in a hospital, as you don't visit a hospital, rape, murder, hospital, doctor. I don't think what more. I mean, if you keep dealing with the circumstances, deal with the aspects, I don't know what the CBI did, and this is the responsibility of the CBI in terms of whatever the Supreme Court has said to justify that, yes, this is deserving of the maximum penalty. The onus is on the CBI. If supposing this verdict is in any way less, obviously the fault is of the CBI. I don't know what they did. There's a sentence hearing which takes place. The aggravating, mitigating circumstances have to be presented. And the court should be satisfied that, yes, it is actually warranting the extreme punishment. It's not been granted. We as people familiar with it I feel that this was actually deserving of that. The court feels differently. Presumably, the CBI was not able to convince the court. And so we are now faced with this particular outcome.
Okay. Let me quickly, in fact, also ask you then, Aman Lei, about this case going in now for a review, a possible appeal. Do you believe it's a fit case for an appeal? And if that does happen, do you believe the decision could be overturned, the decision could be made rarest of rare, or are you doubting that now, looking at the investigation as you were just commenting on?
We can't ever predict the outcome of any. So what will happen in a higher court is not for us to speculate. It's for the court to decide. I'm just looking at the verdict as it stands today. Of course, all options are, in any case, he will appeal because he's, as far as the accused is concerned, he's saying he's been framed. So obviously there's going to be an appeal. And when the court is seized with the matter, what is the appropriate punishment decided by the court? So that is for us to wait and watch as to what actually happens over there.
Okay, let me also quickly ask you, though, Aman Lei, about this grouse of the family and also some others who have been protesting outside the court. They believe that more people should have been booked in this case. More perpetrators also should have been held accountable rather than just this one sole accused.
No, that's absolutely correct. It should have happened. It didn't happen. Point is, the stage of objecting to what has happened is long past. The matter was allowed to go to trial with this particular accused. It has now culminated in this particular conviction. If there were grievances and grievances are justified, there was occasion and opportunity both to actually litigate this particular aspect and insist that those who are in any way associated with this particular crime can be properly inculpated in it, should have actually been brought to book. It's the strange aspect of this case is that we have this particular person who is accused of this. You've got other people, including those with the institute itself, who have been booked with fabricating evidence and all that. Now that goes to a larger conspiratorial design. And when it deals a larger conspiratorial design, it alters the character of the case. The character of the case no longer remains an ordinary murder case. When it doesn't remain an ordinary murder case and the murder case with rape, with overtones which are political, it is something far more grave, far more heinous than any other case, which requires deft handling and intelligent dealing by the court and the prosecuting agencies both. And I personally feel that where this aspect is concerned, that has actually been totally disregarded. And so far as the pursuit is concerned, the pursuit is particular matter, she doesn't seem to have had the same kind of the expertise which was necessary, the intent which was required for the purposes of dealing with it in a manner appropriate to the circumstances.
Okay. Also, Aman